A friend tells the story. He was in Thailand and he had hoped to ordain as a Buddhist monk, at least to become a novice for a year or two, to spend some time in a monastery. Someone told him of a monastery in which English was spoken, and he thought, that's perfect, I will go there. Because mostly they just spoke Thai back then. So after an arduous trip, reaching his destination, coming down the final path to the monastery, he saw a big sign hanging by the gate. No anger permitted here. He stopped. He shook his head. He says he laughed. This is not the place for me. And he just turned and walked away. Because, of course, when the conditions are present, anger will arise. How do we relate to that anger? If you stub your toe, physical pain will arise. How do you relate to that pain? You are mammals. You have physical bodies, mental, emotional, energetic. And in any of your bodies, pain can arise, and pain is unpleasant. For the mammal, there's that fight, flight. What is it? Fight, flight. There's one more. Fight or flight. There's one more. There are those reactions that go. It's a mammalian reflex. Freeze. Fight, flight, freeze. Mammalian reflex. You don't say, I will fix this. You just say, here's the flight reaction. Here is the fight reaction. I hold it in spaciousness. I open my heart to this human, this mammal, who is experiencing this so strongly. And in this way, you deepen that part of you that is grounded in a weakened heart of mind, a weakened being. It doesn't mean there will never be fight or flight or freeze, but you recognize them sooner. You act them out less frequently. And you become a model to others who don't yet know how not to be reactive to fear, to anger, to discomfort. More and more of you learning how to do this and to mirror it for others. Not to say, look at me, look how good I am at this, just to being peace. And this is what the bhikkhu who led the march, the peace walk, he just was peace. And I was very moved to watch him crying at the feet of his teacher. So much emotion coming for him. And he did not say, well, I'm beyond emotion. I will not have emotion. But he did what he needed to do. He held that center through all those hundreds and thousands of miles. Remember, at times, the still center will display itself, and at times, the human will display itself. You don't have to forgive yourself that the human is there. You're a human. This is where compassion becomes so strong. I remind you again, you are not in this incarnation to learn to be perfect, but to learn compassion. And how would you learn it if you never experienced pain, fear, distortion? How would you learn compassion? How can you be compassionate to another if you cannot be compassionate to yourself? Holding yourself in the vast heart we all share, that heart of love, for you are love.